Alright lads, what is going on, and welcome to my first ever tactical video. Now, I've been playing around with this tactic for a couple of days now, and I've finally got it down to a T. As you can see, I am the Chelsea manager. There's a reason for that. I'll explain that in a little bit, in a little while. But if it's your first time around here, remember, hit that like button, turn on the notifications, and also leave a comment. If you do use this tactic, let me know how you get on. You can follow me on my socials. Links for those are in the description as always. And first of all, then, this is basically a database that is just for testing tactics. That is a bit of a tongue twister to say. Testing tactics, it was provided by Amigo Luke, a YouTuber who is growing by the day, by the hour, by the second. He was a really nice guy, and he has done this for us so we can actually fly through tactics. We play 56 games on this this game, if you like. And the goal is, if I go to the league table and just quickly show you can see we're third in the league. There's only 8 teams in there, including ourselves at Chelsea. 91 points. If you've got an elite tactic, you want to be aiming for 100 points. We're not far off it. We're only 9 points away from it, and I feel like the tactic is good enough to share with you guys today. If you want to download this save to test your own tactics and stuff, literally it goes fast. It takes 10 minutes to play 56 games. It is incredible. It's so quick. I've done it about 5 or 6 times. I keep reloading the save because I want it to be as soon as possible, because certain tweaks that I've done hasn't worked, but we finally got it down. I think I've nailed it. The reason why we're Chelsea is apparently on Football Manager, Chelsea are a difficult club to get things right with, and that's why put the tactic through the paces during this save that is loaded up. Like I said, the link for that will be in the description. If you want to go check it out, go to Amigo Luke, and I'll link his video in there as well for you guys to go check out. So let's go with the tactic then. I will have some clips and stuff available at the end of the video for you guys to see how it works. I have tried it with Leeds. I've tried it with Leicester as well. It worked perfectly fine with those. There's some good examples. There is a bit of a rejig. Originally, I had these here, and I had Kante in this position here, but we're not doing that. We're going to drop it down because I feel like that is how. Oh, I think this is the best formation for it. It's quite of a spicy formation. It is pretty much a 4-2-3-1, which is very well organised and used in Football Manager. It's a good formation throughout football in real life and on Football Manager. So, first of all then, our mentality, we are positive on the mentality, just because we need to have that positive mentality to get the ball wide, get it to our wingers, get it into the box crossing. I'll talk about the player roles afterwards, but we'll go through tactic here. Just ignore all this. I've probably done this at the wrong time. Attacking width, we're gone fairly wide. Now, for me to be able to enable this, I had to do the wing play tactic that is a preset already in Football Manager. I did my own. I created my own tactic. Couldn't get the fairly wide. I did try it on wide, but it just didn't. Something wasn't quite working with it on wide. And I did it extremely wide as well, and yeah, ended up getting the sack from a team that I tried it out with, which was Blackburn Rovers. Fairly wide is the sweet spot for this tactic, 100%. Now, obviously, it's a tactic that you want to get the ball wide, you want to get plenty of crosses in. So we're going to focus the player down the right and focus the player down the left. Passing directions slightly shorter, tempo slightly higher. I did try it on higher, but again, the sweet spot is slightly higher. And obviously we want to run at the defence as well, because that is what we are doing. We are running with the ball with our wingers, we're getting it wide to them, and we want to run at the defence. I did have hit early crosses on. Again, didn't work. Took it off. Seemed to work perfect again. So in the final third, there's not much really going on here apart from low crosses. In transition then, this is what it is. We want to regroup when we've lost possession of the ball, because we want to get many bodies behind the ball, because of pretty much with the 4 that are very, very advanced. We want them to come back right and regain our shape and give a bit of Kante, a bit of support there, playing the anchor role. Then when one possession has been won, we're looking to counter, we're looking to get bodies forwards, the wing backs looking to get forward, our attacking midfielders and our wingers, left and right wingers, looking to get forward as well. And then the goalkeeper distribution, it is just simple, distribute to the full backs, and the take long kicks off is automatically checked off on that one. But that is when we're in transition. Out of possession then, this is what we're looking for. I did try use offside trap, again it just didn't seem to work. We do play a higher defensive line and a low line of engagement. The reason for that is because we want to get the midfield packed between our striker and our defenders. Don't want much space in there. If we pull that forward, you can see there's a lot of pockets of space for our opponent to play football in, and it wasn't working well. So we want to go a lower, make it more tight and more compact in there to give our back four a little bit of protection there, especially Kante doing his role that he's doing. Marking and tackling, we've gone to use tighter marking. We've got on the trigger, the press is more often. Again, I did try much more often, but again, the sweet spot for this works really well is more often. Prevent short goalkeeper distribution. I always have this checked on every single tactic that I seem to build. I just seem to like it because it's used a lot more in football this day and age now. And tackling, get stuck in. You'll pick up a lot of yellow cards with this on, but you need to tackle to win the ball back to be able to counter on the transition side of things. Onto the player roles situation then. Mendy is just literally pass it shorter. That's all he's doing. He's defend. I've not changed any of that. I've just left that as a default setting. Reece James and Ben Chilwell, then our wing backs. They are just normal wing backs, and they are set to attack. Again, I think I've left it preset for this. I think I have the preset for the wing backs. Chilwell and Reece James, definitely worth that. Works really well because do get forward, and that is what we want. But then we've got Kante in the anchor role, which is key for this because we have got our wing backs bombing forward, so they could end up in this sort of position here, and we need Kante to cover these sort of areas here. That's why we've got Kante there as an anchor, and what a man to do it. There's no probably better player than Kante that will do that role 100% for us. He will be superb at that. Then we have Mason Mount on a roaming playmaker. Now this here, I had to mess about with it, and it seems to be the roaming playmaker works really well for me. Take more risks and roam from position. Seem to work really well. Then we've got Callum Hudson-Odoi. We've got run with the ball now. It is a trait that is affected by the instruction is affected by the player's trait. He likes to cut in from both wings, but still seem to work really well. I don't really like to have an instruction on that is going to affect the player's trait, but it seemed to work quite well, and Hudson-Odoi did extremely well in there. So we've got Havertz, who's playing a shadow striker role again. I think I have added 2 more down. I've put the pressing on because I want to press forwards. I want him to trigger the press more often. It's just what I like to do. I like to try and get him as forward and put the back 4 or back 3 of the opponents under a lot of immense pressure, because that's when they'll panic, they'll lose possession, and we can win the ball back in the midfield areas. Pulisic on the left wing, same instructions as Hudson-Odoi. You can see all the traits are perfect for Pulisic in this. This tactic as well will work really well if you have wide midfielders. If you want to play wide and you're at a club that hasn't got many great wingers in the side, then you might want to buy some wingers if you want to use this, because that's how it's going to work. Lukaku's a target forward, perfect person to do that. He's set to just hold the ball up and dribble less. We don't want him dribbling really with the ball in this tactic, even though he can dribble with the ball. But he will hold the ball up, he will look to distribute it to Pulisic, we'll look to distribute it to our wingers, spin off the last man, try to get into the areas behind, and get into the box for the crosses from the wing areas. So that is basically the tactic done and dusted. The player roles have done all the instructions and everything like that. We'll just go and I will just show you. Like Lukaku got 43 goals in 56 games. That's not a bad conversion rate, to be fair. There has been some wacky results as well. I can't really give you an examples because this is literally a testing things. You can see there we're beating a 5-5, beating a 4-0, but we beat PSG 5-2. I don't know why it's not got this selected here. The formation only does the last 4 or 5. I found that as a little bug, but you can see here Liverpool, who actually finished top of the table. We had 12 shots and to their 11. Hudson-Odoi and getting involved in the goals and stuff. As you can see, Liverpool finished on 118 points, and we beat them 6-2, which was good. Always nice to see. If we go to our data hub and we look at, this is one we're interested in, is the crossing, and you can see we're having lots of crosses, but they are inaccurate crossing. But because the reason why it's inaccurate is because we're having a lots of crosses. We are a crossing team. Our crossing numbers are absolutely fascinating. We cross more than an average team. We cross less accurately than an average team because obviously we're crossing more. So there's going to be a lot more inaccurate crosses going forward. Right, I'm going to show you guys the clips then as well, just to give you a few examples of how it works. I did put one up on my Twitter page. I think it was Thursday off, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday. Just to give you an examples, and it worked really, really well. First example then here, Rafinha does intercept. That trigger the press more often. I have the wingers to trigger the press as well. You see, perfect example what Rafinha does there. Gets to the box, plays it into Harrison, and he tucks home. Again, this time it's with Leeds United, Ayling down the right-hand side. Again, we're in the wide areas, we're in the wide channels. Harrison will cross it in, and Robin Koch is there, centre-back. Is there to tap it in to the back of the net. That one was against Arsenal. And finally, the last clip then is with Leicester City. Ricardo's going forward here with the ball, gets to the byline, crosses it in, and Vardy meets it at the near post to head home against Liverpool. So it's three good examples, three decent teams, Manchester United, Arsenal and Liverpool, you guys saw there. Also as well, you can see, I'm just putting up some more stats from more data, from the data hub. We've already spoke about this in the video, but the next one that you'll see here is the pass map. You can see how wide number 24, number 21, though, as our wing backs, and you can see how wide we are looking to get the ball. It's very, very frequent indeed. But thank you very much for watching, boys. This tactic will be available to download on Steam, and also there'll be a link for it in the description as always. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all on another video very, very soon, and goodbye.